Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome to an honest review of 2011's You're Next. There's going to be some spoilers ahead, so you have been warned. Guess what is next? It's Kofi with the plot.
A rich family have a reunion in an isolated holiday home. Throughout the night, they get attacked by a bunch of killers wearing masks, basically. That's a simple plot explanation for a film that I'd actually like to get right into. It starts off, two people having sex, and the girl's very obviously not enjoying it. They finish, the man goes for a shower, and even though something is very obviously wrong, the motion sensors have gone off, there's noises all over the house, the woman ignores everything. The guy finishes his shower and comes outside to find a message written in blood that says, "You're next." Gets a bit scared, runs backwards, and gets murdered by a man in a mask.
This is true, and thus the rest of the film follows the same pattern. Kofi, last week you and me reviewed a film called Ready or Not.
Do you mean we reviewed You're Next?
It's essentially the same film. Absolutely enormous posh house, big wealthy family who get together and throw pot shots at each other, and it's down to the outsider, new woman of the family to fight against the onslaught and save the day.
And one thing, I'd let fucking hell, mate, this annoyed me so much. I think You're Next is really, really well acted. Apart from the dad, who the fuck is he? What is wrong with him? When he finds out his wife is dead, like, we need to put that on screen right now to just show how bad he is of an actor.
I have to go see her. I have to go see her. Dad, no.
Terrible.
Here's my issue. You are on about how well acted the film is. I would agree. However, the acting in the film is to try and put across the family as being a generic fucking boring family, which they do very, very well. This family sit at this table for the 35th anniversary of the parents. What a random occasion, by the way. Yeah, they're like the complete opposite to the family from Ready or Not. They're the fucking Ready or Not family. They all had their own personality. They were distinct. I remember all of them. I could not tell you, other than the shit dad, I have no knowledge of who these people are.
The main character is called Crispin, and because we were watching it with subtitles on, as we always do in my family, I kept thinking his name was fucking Crispian.
Fucking Rice Crispian.
Crispian Murphy.
Crispin. Crispin is married, I think, to the Australian woman, Erin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she's kind of the Grice of this film from Ready or Not. She's the badass who fucking... What, her backstory is so ridiculous that I fucking love it.
Why did they do this? They could have just gone like, she was in the army.
Yeah. No, I lived in the Australian outback from a very early age. I had to learn to stick up for myself. Oh yeah, the classic threats of the outback. Snakes, spiders, animal masked assassins. She grabs a blender and she fucking puts it on the guy's head and turns it on. Are there many blenders and plug sockets in the outback? Or do you just plug it into the alligator's fucking teeth? Yeah, we have skipped over a lot, but I'll tell you what, it's because a lot doesn't happen. So,
that is fair.
The animal masked killers, okay, here's my issue with them. They look fucking brilliant. Mm-hmm. Halfway through the film, they just start taking their masks off.
Yeah, but for kind of good reason, because they find out that Erin is an absolute war hero, and she starts murdering people and... what is going on? Mate, even though they've got like weapons and shit and they're really strong, she's just like, excuse me.
She's just a fucking Lara Croft. Like, what the fuck is this?
Erin Croft.
Erin Croft.
And I think there's, what was one of the guys, there's Drake.
Not the Drake.
Not the Drake or Aubrey Graham, even though there is a woman in this called Aubrey. That's the mum's name. Wow. Lynx.
What a lynx. Trivia.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. This family get obliterated though.
They do, man. Fucking, it is all over the place, isn't it? Because there's Drake and there's Felix. They're both pretty much pricks. Crispian's like the nice one of the family. Drake always makes fun of him for being fat, even though he's not fat. And then Felix, we find out later on that all of these assassins are around because Felix called them in.
Yeah, it's because it's a rich family.
Yes, a massively rich family. Felix kills his own brother Drake, and some of the assassins murder the the mother. Someone, what's his name? Tariq has just been shot at the dinner table.
Right, I'm sorry, who the fuck is Tariqa?
The wife of another one of the sisters, whose name I can't remember.
My God, in my head, right, this film has 3 characters.
Crispin, the mum and dad.
Crispin, the woman, Foxface. Like, I do not remember half the fucking things that happen in this film. I've watched this film twice, and it's so fucking forgettable and badly pissed.
As if. I fucking enjoyed it, you know. But Tariq gets shot in the head, and then Drake gets shot in the back, and he's pretty fine. They take Aubrey, the mum, upstairs to bed to have a fucking rest and leave her by herself, so she gets murdered from somebody underneath the bed.
Classic Jason Voorhees style.
And then the dad goes somewhere by himself, doesn't he? And then Felix comes along and is like, Dad, what are you fucking doing? And one of the masked murderer guys slits the dad's throat in front of Felix, and Felix is like, why did you do it in front of me? I'm not too happy about that. That was very rude of you, and I'm actually quite upset now. Oh, you're in on it, aren't you, Felix? Oh, right. So you wanted your parents to die for your inheritance money. Oh.
But you're bothered by seeing the parent die. It's like, I've got no problem paying people to fucking kill them, but I don't want to see it.
Oh, God. And then Felix, the little fucking rebel, kills Drake, doesn't he?
Horrendously. It's like a full Black & Decker fucking toolbox. And it's funny as fuck because he keeps putting them in. He's got like 6 screwdrivers hanging out at him. He's like, just fucking die, please. At this point, I kind of felt, okay, so Ready or Not had a lot of comedy scattered throughout it, but the comedy elements were there from the jump. Whereas with You're Next, started bringing comedy elements into it 50 minutes into the film. It felt like they'd set it up to be so much more serious, and then when the comedy finally came in, it didn't hit as much because I just thought, fucking hell, you're being quite left field here. It just didn't flow throughout. It was like serious, first act, serious, second act, and then the third act hits, and it's like, oh my God, we're gonna start throwing some black comedy in there now.
Are we allowed to laugh now? Crispin, later on, he leaves, doesn't he? He's like, quick, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna find some way of phoning the police. So he runs outside, and we don't see him for ages until right at the end when Erin kills Felix, and then she pulls a knife out of her own shoulder and stabs the woman, another one of the girl in the head. And then you're like, whoa, she's killed everyone. The phone rings, and she answers and doesn't say anything, and it's Crispin on the other end, and he's like, hey, Felix, is it done?
Oh, the bit that pissed me off about him now being a part of all this murderous rampage, Kofi, is he uses the phrase, you know I'm a pacifist. I don't like seeing all the blood. You are a pacifist, you strive for peace, yet you are very okay with murdering your family for money. Oh, what a pacifist. Imagine that, Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, look at me, I'm a lovely bloke, mate. Everyone fucking loves a bit of Gandhi. Look at how nice I am. Oh, it'd be great if I fucking snapped me dad's neck for a $5 though. Counterintuitive is what I say to this shit.
What happens at the end of the film? What? Crispin is like, oh, well, it's fine. They're all dead now. It can be shared between me and you. I'll give you shitloads of money. Is that okay? And she's like, nah, I'm gonna stab you in the neck.
Yes, and she does. She kills her mate, partner, husband, whatever he is.
Mate, partner.
And then the police show up, and in an ending reminiscent of the original Night of the Living Dead, we have our main character shot by the police. Oh, fuck. The Busy comes in and sets off yet another one of the Home Alone-esque traps.
Oh, yeah, that's one that Erin made. Like, it was quite enjoyable just because it was a bit over the top, silly and stupid. I just didn't like the dad's acting. I think that was the only thing that actually spoiled it for me.
Hell, you hate this
I do,
dad.
mate. I do. Like, when there's a bunch of good actors and one spoils it just pisses me off. And I don't. It's so annoying because I'm like, he's probably a decent actor in other stuff, but he did not play a good role in this.
You are Rob Moran.
Oh, hello, Robert Moran. He was in a film called The Man Who Ate a Car.
I am fucking reviewing that. And with that, if you are Rob Moran, I hope you haven't taken this commentary too much to heart. And if you do us a favour and slap the fuck out the subscribe button, then we'll get you a decent acting gig.
We can't do that. We're being honest here. We're being honest. And I think you didn't do a very good job if you're listening. And that might be rude, but it is true. And if you like people who are rude and true, press like and press subscribe and press the notification bell
to be notified when we are being arseholes to actors again.
Shit.
But until the next time we are arseholes again, that was a nice segue, wasn't it? Yeah, and guess what? We're going to be even bigger arseholes because next week on Friday Fright Time, it's the return.
There's 3 arseholes and a podcast.
3 arseholes in a podcast. Join us next week for the return of 3 arseholes in a podcast. I tell you what, though, if you go to our Instagram at Unleash the Ghouls, or you go on Facebook and search for Unleash the Ghouls, we're going to be releasing some pictures throughout the week like we always have done to let you know some clues as to what our next review is going to be. What are we going to be reviewing with the returning Stu next week? Check the socials pages out to have a guess and find out. But until then, Kofi, you have been next. I have been next. Next week, Stu's next, and you're next for listening to this next. Thank you, next.
Goodbye. See you next.